Hello, hello, all you beautiful faces. So, before we get into the 10 worst highlighters I've got in my collection, or let's see my 10 not favorites. Let's hear from the Word of God, and we're going to continue along the vein of gossip. Very needed here on YouTube. So, James 4:11, and the Word says, "Brothers and sisters, do not slander one another. Anyone who speaks against a brother or sister or judges them speaks against the law and judges it. And when you judge the law, you are not keeping it, but sitting in judgment on it." I'd say that pretty much, it's like not even the law is not correct. It's more interpreted the word. You're sitting in judgment of the word when you're looking up behind it. Okay, I'm sorry, and I don't know why it took me back to, okay, here we are. Leviticus. This reminds me of my son. He was thinking of Ecclesiastes one time, and I was looking in the Bible where it said in Escalades, like the vehicle Escalade. I was in Escalades today. I'll never forget that. My favorite. So now Ecclesiastes will always be Escalades to me. But Leviticus 19:16, "Do not go about spreading slander among your people. Do not do anything that endangers your neighbor's life in any way. I am the Lord." Wow. Proverbs 10:18, "Whoever conceals hatred with lying lips and spreads slander is a fool." Proverbs 10:19, "Sin is not ended by multiplying words, but the prudent hold their tongues." And I like it in my translation better because it says when words are many, sin is not absent. It means the person who's always got to go on about that is they're lying somewhere. Proverbs 11:9, "With their mouths the godless destroy their neighbors, but through knowledge the righteous escape." Proverbs 11:13, "A gossip betrays a confidence, but a trustworthy person keeps a secret." See, you are supposed to be able to go to people and be in confidence with them without it going to everybody and their grandmother. And it's really sad that there are very few people in this world that are able to do that. But the one thing we can do is change it. We can change it about ourselves. And I'm telling you, this is not a Christian song, but I think it is one of the most anointed songs that I've ever heard sung, and it is Michael Jackson's "Man in the Mirror." And I'm telling you, if people actually lived that today, the world would be a different place. Start with the man in the mirror, or the woman in the mirror. Not the person standing behind you either. Start with yourself. And watch how much things change in your life. Then you'll realize, wow, maybe it wasn't always the other people. Just a thought. I've had that heavy revy before in my life. And if you think you aren't going to have it, then you're already deceived. Because none of us are perfect. We all have something in our hearts that we need to change. Every single one of us. And those people who come on here and rip me apart and come against my walk and my Christianity are the most hypocritical of them all, because they're saying they're Jesus and that nothing is wrong with them. But see, they're sitting in judgment of the word, because I am forgiven. Yep, you all better believe it. Pamela is gonna make mistakes, but it ain't for you to judge. Jesus is my judge. But with all that said, said, let's get into some highlights. Jesus is the biggest highlight in my life, and he makes me shine brighter than any highlight I could put on my face, baby. Anyone. It's the truth, though. It is the truth. So, let's start with number 1. This one. I could actually still take this back because Macy's has a 6-month return policy, which is amazeballs. But I'm the type of person that like feels guilty even though I'm allowed to do it. I may now, because of my financial situation, do it, take it back and get something I really like. Don't get me wrong, this is a gorgeous highlighter, but it's got a little bit too much pink and it is a little bit too deep for my skin. So when I put it on, yes, it gives me some sheen, but it just looks like a blush. Do you know what I mean? And it is very, very glittery. Like, let me tell you, it's gorgeous. But this baby's like 36 smackers, and that's a lot of money for a highlight, in my opinion. But I don't know if I still have the box, and I think I do because I always save the boxes, but you have to have the box to return it. But I'm definitely going to check into that because right now I'd love to be able to buy some new things that I can't buy because of, you know, I could. Look, I'm not, I'm getting to almost to the point where I've got all our credit cards paid. And so it's not like we're destitute. But let me tell you, it is not easy to meet those, and I'm doing everything humanly possible to meet them. But it just ain't the time for mama to be buying. So I'm not. But I could take it back and get something that I want. Okay. The next one that made my not so fabulous list is the Laura Geller. This is the Baked Highlighter Duo French Vanilla and Portofino. Now, Portofino, which is over here, is pretty spectacular. I mean, it doesn't look that amazing there, but it is very pretty. Let me put it next to this one so you guys can see it. Oop, I got a big chunker do right there. That's what it looks like. But it is a very powdery, and then when you mix it with this one here, which this is just a highlight that's flat, like you could use that in your brow bone, like it's just flat. There's no shimmer, no glitter, nothing in it to give it a shimmer. That's what I don't like about this. Now I do use this, but it just won't ever be my major go-to unless I'm going for, like, I want a really toned down highlight day. You know what I mean, Vern? Okay, this is going to be like my number 1. This was gotten a while ago. I am taking this back. I can still take it back, and I'm very thankful for that. I was a little concerned I couldn't. I got it at Nordstrom's Rack, and I am so unimpressed with the Stila Highlighter. And then what I realized is that when I used it, it had already been swatched, which really grossed me out because when I put my finger on it, I realized that wow, the whole bottom half had somebody's finger on it. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. Now, look, it doesn't look bad here, but let me tell you, when I took a brush, like, you have to use your finger with this highlight. It is a super creamy, it's a cream highlight. It is not a powder. It's a creamed powder. And it just doesn't, now that I'm really loving highlights, it just doesn't give the punch that I like, and it was swatched. So this bad boy is going back, and the cost, it was not bad. I got it for like $12, $13 when I got it, but I'm still taking it back and getting maybe either one, well, no, something else. But okay, now this is ELF, gorgeous highlight. But let me tell you, it's the thing I hate about e.l.f. Now look at, you guys saw me go over and over and over. Like, it's got this hard, crunchy, like I need to take my nail and scale off the top coat of this. And I just literally, now I finally got some highlight. But I've literally have to take my nail and scale off the top coat of this e.l.f. highlight to get it. Now, one thing I have to say about it is it's pretty blurring. Like, you can only see a tiny bit of my fingerprint. I love the color, love it. But the reason why it went into my 10 top not so favorites is that I don't feel like you should have to scrape off the top of a highlighter to get it to work for you when you buy it. It should just go on your face. I'm not returning this. I love the color. Now that I've done the little scrapage with my fingers, which is really kind of gross actually, it'll be amazing, but you have to do that with almost every e.l.f. highlighter. Unfortunate, it should be creamy from the get-go, and that's what's going to lead me into this one. Now, I love this color. It is like this absolutely gorgeous orangey, and it's like what you want to do when you just want to highlight on top. It's right here. It's very difficult to see, which is why it is not one of my faves. But you have to really build it up. This is another one that you have to like literally do coat after coat to get like a really good glow. And that's why this one is, and if I had the case for this, I would take this back. I got it at Target quite a while ago, and I can take it back when it's on my card they give me, and I just would have got a store credit. But I don't have the packaging, because they don't give you packaging that you can save there. But not impressed with it. Another one is, this one is by Joey, I believe it is. It came in a little set, and it's, look, I'll use another finger. It's a super dry highlight, which I don't care for. It's not, I'm going to show you what the color looks like. First of all, it doesn't give like a super, it's really pink and really purpley, and that's my least favorite highlight. I do not want to put pink glow strip on my rosy cheeks. That's just not me, and it's never going to be me ever. It just won't. And it's very pretty. As you can see, the color is there, but it is not like you can see specks of green glitter that sit on it, and I don't like that either. I don't want to see green and blue glitter on my cheekbones. And honestly, this is going to end up going into my sale. I've literally just swatched this. Another one that, I'm not kidding, the formula on this is sublime. But it is the Lancome Monochromatic, and this is in Eclat, whatever it is. It's so creamy, and I've only swatched it at the top, but look at that. It just, again, here's the color right here. You can see it. It's got too much brown in it for my taste, and I was so excited when I got the light color of this in my Boxy, but it's just not light enough, so bummer. Another thing, oh, what is this? Oh, I was wondering what was the film from the Joey, is this Sephora Highlight. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have this. I'm not going to open this one, and I thought I put my open one with it. I have this twice. I bought it twice because of my lovely memory, and I don't, it's buried under all of my Boxy stuff here, but it just doesn't pack a punch. It's a very pretty color, but you've got to really either wet your brush or something to get a good punch with this, and just not my fave. Another one is my ColourPop pressed powder. This is in the color, it doesn't even say, But that's the color. That's what it looks like. It's a peachy. It's pretty. It's okay. It is, again, you want to put it on a day when you're doing peachy cheeks, and I like that. But for a highlighter, you know, you want to kind of have that, I don't like the big glow strips. Like, look, I'm not kidding. I have a glow strip today. Even in person, it's showing because I was sampling highlights and I've got like 4 different colors or 5 different colors on my cheek. So this is not normally how Pamela does her highlight. But I'm not going to get rid of this. I love the color, and I do like to have the days where I just want the color of my cheeks to go up into just this light highlight. But it's just not like you would think a highlight would be. That's why it's made it into the batch. This is Milk Makeup. I got this from No Drama Makeup Mama. I was so excited because I have been wanting this for a long time, and here's the color there. I'm going to do it up here at the top. And it's very pretty. It's a very muted, again, a muted, like kind of a flat highlight. And it's just got a little bit too much pink in it. I thought it was going to be more peach, but it's got a really heavy pink shift, which I don't like pink in highlights. It's just not me. Does not look good on my skin. This I would have to say is one of my least favorites of all. This is going to go into my sale, and that is, let me make sure my finger's wiped off, is the Steve Laurent. So bummed because I really wanted this bad boy. Here it is right here. Right here where my finger is. It's just too dark for me. It's too dark. So I've literally just swatched it across there. You can see where I've swatched it, but that's going to go into my sale items. I love it because it's like a ColourPop Super Shock as far as being soft in the consistency, and I really love those. But it's just too dark for my skin. And then this one is Shimmering Swan, and this is called Glimmers. This is pretty vulgar, which I thought I would never. Let me make sure I get all this off my finger. Here's the color. I'm going to do it here so you can see. There's the color right here. Can you see it there? There it is. And it's pretty. It's not as pretty as the other one I've got, the Shimmering Swan, which I think is Glow Up or something like that. This is just not my favorite color. Again, it's got a lot of tan in it instead of golds and like the colors I tend to gravitate towards. But this is a fabulous brand, and I'm not going to get rid of it, I don't think. But I love my other one better, and so maybe it will end up going in the sale. I'm not sure. But again, it's just the color. It's literally been tried on once and swatched. So, but those are my top. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I made it with 11 this time. And I honestly just, oh no, 12. I just threw in the Stila because I was literally taking that back. I just tried it today for the first time. And my e.l.f. I kind of consider 1, so really, you know, I did 10. But I just put the e.l.f. together because both of them have that same thing where you have to take your nail and scrape off the top, and once you do, you get a creamy underbase. But you shouldn't have to do that with your makeup. It should just be creamy from the get-go, folks. So there's my top 10. I love you guys, and I pray that God keeps you safe in this crazy world we live in.